Hi everyone and welcome to this episode of Soul Seeds, where the lovely Ros is my guest expert for today. And Ros is a guardian angel communicator, and she brings along her guardian angel Tressarn. So I would love to know a bit more about you, Ros, and of course what Tressarn means to you in your life.
Oh, thank you. So I'm Ros Place. I'm a guardian angel channel, and I channel Tressarn, my guardian angel, and he describes his role as to bring more love and deeper understanding to the human experience.
Mhm.
I also teach people to channel their own guardian angels.
Mhm.
Tressarn has been with me since birth, as your guardian angel is with you, and he's with me to help me to fulfill my purpose, just as your
Mhm.
guardian angel is with you to help you to fulfill yours. And at this stage in our relationship, we're currently traveling.
Mhm.
Last year, Tressarn said we'd be leaving England and we'd be traveling, and we have done with Eddie, my husband, and our two boys, 13 and 18. And
Mhm.
we're currently in Peru, and Tressarn is providing information about ancient sites, ancient cultures, how things were for people in ancient times, and how these magnificent structures, the mystery of how these magnificent structures were created. So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, he's taking us on an amazing journey. Travels with Tressarn is what I call it.
Mhm. Wonderful. And I would love to know, you said you can channel Tressarn. I would love to have some answers from him about the angelic realm, if that's okay.
Fantastic. So tell me what your question is, and then I can tune into Tressarn, and Tressarn will
Hmm.
answer your question.
Yeah, I would love to know what is the meaning behind angel numbers.
Mhm. And when you say angel numbers, what is it that you mean?
I see like these repeating numbers that usually say like, oh, they have a special meaning or they're synchronistic, like maybe 1111, and they said, oh, there are angel numbers. So yeah, I would love to know more about that and what meaning they hold.
Okay, fantastic. So I'll tune into Tressarn. There's a process that I follow. I follow a process which I teach, and I can just talk you through that if you like, so that you know
Hmm.
what's happening. And then
Okay.
you'll hear from Tressarn. He'll answer that question. It's a really great conversation. So if you've got any questions that you want to ask him as a result of what he's shared, and sometimes he'll ask you a question,
Okay.
then you can have a conversation with him. It's really lovely to be able to interact with
Wonderful.
him in that way. So what I always do when I channel is I put my feet on the floor.
Hmm.
It's really important that you have that physical connection with Earth as a human. And then I close my eyes to create the connection with Tressarn, but my eyes are open when I channel Tressarn.
Hmm.
And I'm closing my eyes and I'm welcoming a feeling of relaxation into my body. And then I'm calling Tressarn's light to me, which is a beautiful, pure white light, the same white light that's at the center of all of the guardian angels. And then I'm asking Tressarn to charge me with the light of each of my life purpose strengths, which are each of his beautiful colors, which is how he's visually represented and vibrationally through the interpretation and meaning of those colors. So the colors that I'm charged with are my central green, and then my pink, and then my blue, purple and magenta and gold. And once I've been charged with that light from my heart center, that channel of clarity is created all the way up through my throat, my face, up through my crown, where Tressarn places himself in order to create that channel. And then there's a docking, a clicking sensation of my heart center light and his heart center light. And that connection, that channel has been created. And the question is, what is the meaning of angel numbers? Angel numbers are a visual representation of energy. Numbers hold a vibrational frequency. They are a message. They are a means of your guardian angel communicating with you. The vibration of numbers is a magical experience of attuning yourself to the higher frequency of what it is that your guardian angel wishes to communicate. It is the beginning of communication. Understanding the significance and meanings of repeated number patterns begins with a sense of having been delivered and provided with a message, and it should elevate your vibration, create a smile, provide you with an openness. It will draw your attention to something which your guardian angel wishes you to know. 1111 is a repeated vibrational frequency which humans are often provided with, and there are many interpretations for the meaning of 1111. 1111 means it is time to step in, it is time to step up, it is time to be led by your heart, it is time to be led by that sense of where it is that you're wanting to move towards. It is a moment where you are able to let go of the world around you and lead with the feeling that you experience as you are provided with 1111, a leading in your own life. And the numbers that you see, dear Suzanne, share those with me now and I will interpret them for you.
I have several special numbers. Not all are repeating numbers. Mostly it's 1111, but that's also what I like to call as my manifestation moment. So every night and every morning I use 11 past 11 to visualize my dream life. But also the number 7 and 13 have a special meaning for me.
The 1111, the leading, the being guided by what it is you feel and know to be true, your manifestation is an excellent connection and a way in which you and your guardian angel can co-create. Remember that co-creation is the experience that you are here to have with your guardian angel. And so holding the vision of what it is that you wish to be so as though it already is, aligning with the component parts and pieces of your vision, which already exist in the life that you experience now through qualities, through vibrations, will allow you to co-create with your guardian angel and will align you with those outcomes. The number 7 to be shown is a highly spiritual number. The number 7 is one of spirituality. It is one of expansiveness. It is one of moving into the spiritual energy part of yourself. You experience energy in many different ways, but in ways, Suzanne, which are unpredictable. Would that be an accurate representation and expression?
Yes, definitely.
And so the harnessing of this spiritual is the allowing yourself to embody the innateness of the energy that you experience. To allow yourself to take the first step to accept that this is an innate experience, which there are echoes of back in time, which you can step into with a feeling of ease and naturalness, not trying, not making, not forcing, but instead allowing your spirituality to develop. Does this resonate for you?
Yes, absolutely.
And so it is practical steps, but it is also learning and allowing and opening an experience of living without fear and understanding that you do not need to live in the physical body alone, that you can exist with energy simultaneously. Does this resonate for you?
Yes.
And so take this 7 into your body, the resonance, the vibration. Does this complete this information download for you?
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
And so 13. 13 is a number which represents so many things in the human experience. 13 has been claimed. 13 can represent great fortune in some parts of the world and has a resonance or an expectation of things which will be unlucky, things which will provide misfortune in other parts of the human experience. When 13 is an opportunity for something unusual, an irregularity in ways which open things up, ways which are outside of the pattern. And you sense this.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's because I feel like I'm usually like outside of the pattern or outside the normal, so to say. It's like, and I like actually being like that. So I always identify as the like the odd one out, which I always wanted to be actually.
And step into this,
Mm,
this uniqueness. I would encourage you to perceive this to
mm,
be, rather than being different, rather than
right.
being separate from. This can create feelings of separateness. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. It can, but I've always embraced this because I saw it as a unique part of me.
And it is the uniqueness of
Mm,
13. It is the surprise, the unexpectedness, the
yeah.
unusual. And it is being seen for those things, bringing
Mm-hmm.
these aspects of your character, being seen and being heard, being as you are experiencing 7 to be, a representation of being energy and physical, and
Mm-hmm.
feeling safe, completely safe in this experience. And furthermore, through the 13, a 4 can be experienced. 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 is the energy of creating. 4
Mm-hmm.
is the energy of building and constructing. And this has occurred to you also.
Mm-hmm. It's funny that you say that because as a child, 4 used to be my favorite number. But I had
And let it
forgotten
still
about that.
be.
But
And let it still be.
mm,
Let this be part of what it is, that the 13's unusualness,
right.
uniqueness, ability to stand out and be different, can build and create from.
Mm,
And does this resonate? Does this
mm.
create cohesion?
Yes, thank you. Thank
Any
you.
further questions?
Yes, I would love to know if spirit guides or guardian angels can also talk to, say, if you can speak to my spirit guides. Is that even possible?
Guardian angels are all connected as we are. I will speak to guardian angels as I am a guardian angel. And these energies of guardian angels all exist in the same dimension of the angelic realm and are all
Mm,
connected with the sole purpose of experiencing through the human that they are with matters which are impossible to experience purely as energy, and to provide the human with an opportunity to connect with the energy part of themselves and to feel simultaneously safe and secure in their physical realm in order to create physical outcomes. And
mm,
so they are all linked, as all humans are.
mm,
With permission, it is possible for those who have chosen and those who have made themselves visible to be, to connect with other guardian angels,
mm,
guardian angels communicating with other guardian angels with permission happens frequently, particularly
mm,
within soul families, and particularly when it is required or desired for relationships outside of current reality to be drawn into your experience. And this is the question that you are truly asking, is it not?
mm. Yes, yes, because I asked my spirit guides and angels to be here today to open me up to receiving all the messages as well.
And so I will go deeper into this question
Mm,
because you have considered how it is that your guardian angel can help you to communicate with the guardian angel of the wonderful relationships which you wish to bring into your life. Is this so?
yes.
And yes, they can. And yes, they are.
Mm,
And this is something which was given permission for, agreed to. And this can draw into your experience the human relationships which are aligned, which were chosen before you became physical. This is
mm,
an exciting discovery, is it not?
yeah, yes.
And so connecting with your own guardian angel, feeling safe with the energy of your own guardian angel, bringing
Mm,
this energy into your physical form, in order that you can experience your purpose, vibrate at that frequency, and simultaneously radiate that in
mm,
order the guardian angel of your, I am attempting to find the human word, one moment,
mm,
in order that your soulmate, is this correct?
mm,
In order that your soulmate can hear, perceive this vibration with
mm,
their guardian angel, and that you can connect in this reality. And this
mm,
is your desire.
mm. Yes. Scary, but yes.
Why scary?
Not scary. I think that wasn't the right. I think the right word was actually a bit overwhelming and surprising, but
Mm.
only in a good way.
And wonderful.
Yeah, very much so. Yes, thank you.
And when it is embraced and understood that your guardian angel and the guardian angel of your soulmate are working
Mhm.
together in ways which will harmonize,
Mm,
in ways which will be manageable next steps, in ways which will come without force or push, but in
mm,
ways which will be experienced gently and in a way that is aligned and calibrated perfectly for you. Does this soften this sense of overwhelm and create empowerment and ability to know that this is an ability that you possess
mm,
without feeling responsibility or feeling that you need to step into trying?
mm. Very much so. This lands deeply. Yes, thank you.
And so it is.
Thank you.
So Tressarn shared loads with you there. There's
Mm.
loads that I want to say about it, but how about you?
Yeah, it still has to land a bit, but yeah, yeah, like I said, I felt that deeply. It's like, how could he know that? But that's, yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so
He could
much for
only
that.
he could only know that because you allowed him to know that. I think
Mm,
that's really important. Guardian angels aren't probing, they're not trying to gather information.
right,
They are only able to access what you consciously and unconsciously give permission to
right.
be accessed. That makes
Mm,
sense. There's no
yeah, absolutely.
probing or interfering. This
Yeah.
was something you wanted to discover more about and
Mm,
understand and learn more about. And
yeah.
so that was what was possible.
Mm. Yeah, it's interesting that you say that because, like you say, it's not. I didn't ask that specific question, but I opened myself up to the possibilities, like I said, of receiving anything that I was already feeling on a deeper level. So it's interesting that he felt that.
Yeah, because your permission had been given, the openness was there. There
Hmm.
is no so forcing or pushing or making anything be. There is an ability for Tressarn, with your permission, because you wanted to communicate with him, to
Hmm.
access the parts of you which were asking. And often it's the case when I channel other people's guardian angels, which only ever happens with permission. And that's something I'd like to circle back to actually, because sometimes when people have spiritual gifts or abilities, they have this feeling that they need to tell people
Hmm.
everything that comes through. Not in the safe space of a session or a one-to-one, but sometimes people will feel they just need to tell people these things. And
Hmm.
that's not the way that guardian angel energy works at all.
Hmm.
Coming back to what I was saying about um, working with people, and often the question that is asked is like the opening. It's what you are comfortable as a human to vocalize or admit
Hmm.
kind of publicly, or to admit's a really good word, I
Hmm.
think. I admit that I want this, but there's something much deeper inside that I can't actually admit or verbalize or state through my voice, but that I'm allowing that part of me to
Hmm.
be seen. I'm
Right.
allowing that question to be answered. And that's the beautiful thing,
Hmm.
because the angels are here, your guardian angel is with you to answer all of the questions that you know you want to ask, and so many that you don't. And that's
Hmm.
what's so amazing about channeling your guardian angel, teaching people to channel their guardian angel. It's because this relationship that you develop is something which serves you, because
Hmm.
you're able to ask questions that you know you want to ask, and so many others that you don't even know
Hmm.
are wanting to be asked. And you're able to co-create, you're able to live life with them. You know, the co-creative process through channeling is something which I find to be the most rich and rewarding.
Hmm.
The stages that you have to go through as a human in order to have that trust, and that you do develop with your guardian angel gently and slowly and in your own way, to
Hmm.
have that level of trust, mean that you have a guide, a companion with you who can help you to create, help you to receive information, help you to evolve your life in ways which are satisfying in impossible to describe ways. And you know, in my case, have led me to be in Peru, to be sat at ancient sites, and to be able to communicate information about the ancients, how life once was. And those are the kinds of questions that I'm always interested in asking when I visit ancient sites, which is my co-creative process with Tressarn, is like, what was it like for the people? I love the people. Wherever I go, I always want to know about the people. And so your guardian angel is, and your relationship with your guardian angel is always perfectly calibrated. It's gentle. There's no pushing, no rushing. It allows you to develop trust, which helps you personally in so many areas of life. And through that trust, that co-creative experience of living life in the way that you always intended, and the echoes of what is natural, like Tressarn said to you, you're experiencing something which you know has been forgotten and you know was in and is innate. And just to wrap that piece up, sometimes people will say to me, you know, Ros, if I can't channel my own guardian angel naturally, does that mean it's not meant to be? Does that mean I don't have that ability or that gift? The answer is always, you do have that gift. You do have that ability. It's part of your inheritance through the millennia that your bloodline very often is part of, and certainly your soul and your vibration. And so it is accessing that which you might not have a context for in this life, but that feel the truth of, and they are your stepping stones to access the life that was always intended. And you're really doing that. So it's very inspiring.
And is it true that, because that's what I felt during this conversation, that your guardian angel is like adapting to your speed almost, or like to, or your willingness to be open, and then gives you a bit bigger crumbs and bigger crumbs and bigger crumbs as you open up?
Oh, there's so many things about that that are right and true. Yes, they absolutely do. So they never push you, they're never in a hurry, they're never rushing you, they never lose patience. They always calibrate your development perfectly for you so that you can, because when you feel safe, and that's a big part of the relationship you develop with your guardian angel, when you feel safe, you can't make yourself feel safe. You either feel safe or you don't.
Right.
And when you feel safe, your body is relaxed, your mind is relaxed. You're able to communicate and connect and channel, but you're able to open up in ways which are a very different experience to living day-to-day life, and the fear that can consume you and the energy that can engulf you. It's true liberation. And in addition to that, in terms of the information that's delivered, you know, I have to ask Tressarn questions like, help me to understand information that I have no context for, that I have no reference for. Like, that's my area of like anxiety. It's like, you're giving me this information and don't actually have any reference for this. And he reminds me that I don't need to have a reference, because he's providing me with the information in a way that is perfectly in a way that I can understand. And as you say, those little breadcrumbs, it's never overwhelming. It's never too much. It's never like an avalanche. It's just, here's this bit, you got that bit. Now here's this bit, good, you got that bit. Now here's this bit, and all the way, Suzanne, being applied. It's practical. Sometimes people will choose their guardian angels and they'll just be asking questions, asking questions, asking questions. And they'll reach a point where they find it very difficult to receive any more information. And it's always because that information is to be applied. It's not entertainment. It's not to just keep you occupied and prevent you from moving forwards in your life. It's the absolute reverse. It's here's the information, go and do something with it. Brilliant. Now there's space. Here's the information, go and do something with it. And your guardian angel can help you to work out what is that thing that you should be doing. So it's a beautiful relationship.
Thank you so much, Ros, and Tressarn, of course. It was such an honor to talk to you both.
Oh, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting us. We love spending time with you.
Thank you so much.